In this lesson, we're going to be looking at equations of conics and trying to determine which type of conic those represent. So far, we've covered parabolas, ellipses, and hyperbolas. The main thing we're going to be looking at is the x squared terms and the y squared terms. When dealing with parabolas, either the x squared term or there's a y squared term, but not both. So only an x or a y will be squared. For ellipses, you have both a positive x squared term and a positive y squared term. For hyperbolas, you have both an x squared term and a y squared term, one of which is negative, only one, the other one's going to be positive. Let's see if we can identify some conics. Here we have 8y squared plus 2x equals 5. I notice that only the y term here is squared, so I know this is going to be a parabola. Next, we've got 5x squared plus 20y squared plus 10x minus 7 equals 0. I see I have a positive x squared term, a positive y squared term, so this is going to be an ellipse. Moving on, we've got 123 equals negative x squared plus 2x plus y squared. This time, I have a negative x squared term and a positive y squared term, so this is going to be a hyperbola. 3x squared plus 2y squared plus 5x equals 2, a positive x squared term and a positive y squared term. And that's going to be an ellipse. 12x minus 2x squared equals y. This time we only have an x squared term. The y is not squared, so you got it. Parabola. All right, this one's an interesting one. I want you to think about this. X squared plus 7x equals y squared plus 1. What do you think? All right, at first glance, I see a positive x squared term and a positive y squared term, so I might think ellipse. But in standard form, we always need these squared terms on the same side. So what we'd have to do here is minus y squared from both sides. Doing that, we'd actually get x squared minus y squared plus 7x equals 1, and a positive x squared term with a negative y squared term, which means instead of an ellipse, this will be a hyperbola. For this lesson, you're going to be doing some identifying of conics, some graphing, some finding different components of each graph like vertices, foci, etc. You may need to refer back to some of our previous lessons, but this is also a great review to make sure you know your standard form, how to set things up, how to graph, etc., etc.